Look, you probably couldn't cut it down to two instances because I reckon our whole last quarter was pivotal. For me, if I could, one of the things I'd love to show the players is if I had some videotape standing behind me at three-quarter time, because when I asked them for an effort in the last quarter, I looked into their eyes and I saw that there was some real belief there that they'd come out and play. So for me, that was the highlight. They never stopped believing that they could win that game, whether it was at half-time or three-quarter time.
But of those two moments, which is significant on the scoreboard, which one stands out for you of those two?
If I had to pick one, probably Patrick. You know, Patrick wouldn't have been his best day, but his ability to impact really late was great.
Was that because of that message about always competing, the one that you want?
Yeah, but once again, Patrick, hadn't gone his way, stayed in the contest. One of the things we talked about was making sure that we defended really strongly, and we knew that if we defended, that would create opportunities to attack. So I guess in the end, we're in front, and if he doesn't make that tackle, perhaps we wouldn't have been.
So that look in the eye that you saw at three-quarter time, is that pushing you any closer to that information about what you really did?
Oh no, it's more. It says more about the players than it says about me. I just think it's a fantastic win. It's been a long time since we've been in a pretty dire situation at three-quarter time. We're 3 or 4 goals behind, hot conditions, all those things. We haven't won a lot on the road this year, so there's a whole range of challenges that we've faced, and to come up here and to produce that. One of the the real challenges I put to the players was, last week, right or wrong, there was an expectation that we would beat Port Adelaide. So a lot of people discounted last week, and they said, look, let's have a look and see how they go on the road against Brisbane. And to their credit, whilst it wasn't perfect, and we had our moments in both the second and the third quarter where it was frustrating, I thought their ability to hang in was really critical.
The move of John for what inspired that?
I just think we, as a coaching group, we looked at ways, how can we improve this? I guess in the third quarter, one of our problems was we dominated the inside 50s, I think 17-7. We had 1 goal 5 and 1 out in the full. So we're doing a lot of stuff right, but we just weren't impacting. So we're looking at, a different way to boil an egg, I guess, so that we can, a lot of things, we get that right and you get someone up there that can win their position and impact the scoreboard. That's a healthy thing. So.
What about the options you had up there or the way you were bombing it again?
Oh, look, there's a bit to do with the opposition as well. They were pushing a lot of numbers back really quickly. So if you have a look at the videotape, you'll see there's 8 or 9 players of Brisbane guys in there really quickly. So if you look at some of the shots we took, they were from long range and wide because we were unable to find that shorter one. So whilst some of them we'd expect to kick, we just needed to make some adjustments, which we did at three-quarter time, and it paid some dividends.
You know what comes next week, don't you?
Yes, Geelong. And look, it's a fantastic thing for our footy club, I reckon, because we've played 2 teams in terms of ladder position who are below us. So some people might expect, well, you should have beaten those 2 teams anyway. So to come up against a team which is a legitimate heavyweight of the AFL, and in not just in average form, in white hot form, I couldn't think of anything better for this side to test themselves against. So, I've been really fortunate so far in terms of putting the challenge to them. They've been able to respond, but this is a response in a new league that we're looking for now, because it's genuine AFL powerhouse side, red hot form coming to us. Let's have a look at how we go.
So how do you measure them? Because remember the last time that you didn't even compete at Virginia Park, so what's the measuring stick for this game?
Well, one of the things that I've tried to do is keep a pretty simple message. So in terms of the way we're going about our business, our measurements won't change from Port Adelaide last week to Brisbane this week to Geelong next week. So it'll be pretty clear cut, and part of that is competing really strongly, obviously, but there's other aggressive mindset type stuff that we want to continue to play with as well. So, I'm going to try and keep that message the same. So we have a clear picture of what we want to achieve. We've got a clear picture of how we're going to do it by our work on the training track, and we'll continue to refine it. One of the things last week we recognised, but there was some real areas we needed to improve on in terms of execution and composure at times. And this week is no different. You know, I'm sure there was some frustrated people watching today's game with some of our ball use and decision making that would have been pulling their hair out. But you know, that doesn't mean we step away from that. It means that we just work harder at refining it. So what we see at the end when we start to play with that speed and aggressive ball movement is, you know, is really exciting for us. So we know that it works.
The lines have faded a few times in form this year. That gives you some confidence that they might have been vulnerable.
I didn't talk to the players about them fading before, but what we did do is, personally, I had a glance at whilst I was gathering myself before talking to the players, and you know, did notice that they had a lot of guys getting rubs, and none of our guys getting rubs. So I was really confident that we'd have the legs, and I said that to our players. I'm confident that we can run this game out, and that if we put some pressure on them, that there's a real chance we can finish really strongly. So let's not forget, one of the things that we've stood for at Adelaide for a long time is the way we've been able to prepare ourselves and have high work rate. And you know, you don't lose that overnight. There's still, I think there's, you know, the core group of our players, you know, are really fit and really well prepared.
Chris Knights, what's the situation?
I haven't seen the medical report, but I think it was his back or his hip, or he just jarred that when he was tackled or when he fell. So we were really looking to get Ricky Henderson on. Ricky was really important for us in terms of his speed and the way he goes about it. So when that opportunity came up, I guess we pulled the trigger on that pretty quick because we wanted to see Rick play.
Did they fall into that habit of going safe again for a while?
I think there was a couple of times, probably in the second half of the second quarter, I thought we just got a little bit stagnant. Yeah, so you know, that'll be one of the messages we'll take out of it about, you know, it's that aggressive mindset I talked about, of just making sure that we look to play with speed, look to take the game on.
So you're doing that, encouraging them to take the risk and then not get worn down by the error rate that might come with it.
We ask them to do it better. Yeah. So you know, I think you watch Geelong play, you watch Collingwood or St Kilda play. They don't play without making a mistake. They risk the ball sometimes. If you want to get some good reward, sometimes you have to risk it. So that's the message we've peddled the last couple of weeks.
And your key message about competing to the end of the season, that's...
Yeah, look, that doesn't change. One of the things I want to talk about is our leadership group again. You know, if you look at our players, Scott Thompson was outstanding. Van Berlo again just continues to grow. 2 clutch goals for us, really critical times. Putting his head over the ball to win that free kick to kick the goal. Rutten, Dowdy. You know, the quality that we've been able to get out of those guys just sends a wonderful message to the blokes below them to say, get on board, follow us, because, you know, we're going.